Hi, I've been asked to bring some thoughts to a video presentation that I generally do in a live guest speaking kind of situation in health science classes in your family component. So I'm going to do it here by pre-recorded. Over some almost 15 years, I spent every week, at least a full day, doing divorce recovery groups for young people, teenagers, on high school campuses from families of divorce. That didn't mean they were divorced, obviously. It meant they from families of divorce. And as I met with those young people on a regular basis, I revisited my own teenager within myself. Because see, when I was, oh goodness, 5 years old, my dad left and I never heard from him again. I'm named after him. I'm Paul Belt Jr. I don't know what his voice sounds like. I guess I have his cheekbones from the pictures I've seen. But I didn't have the example of a solid marriage. And so as I was helping these young people talk about what's going on in their life and dealing with the divorce and the situation of divorce in their lives as teenagers, I got to sort out a lot of things for myself. And one of those things, well, how would I be able? How would I have not had the example? How would I have a successful marriage? Well, as I'm recording this, my wife and I are almost 42 years of marriage. Going to celebrate it here in just a couple of months. Now, it's not perfect, but we learned some things early on. We set some things in place when we first got married that have sustained us, that have been a foundation for our marriage. What are the effects on relationships that seem to lean to or direct towards or influence the outcome being divorce? You know, divorce is over 50% of marriages in America today. How did that happen? Well, when I talk with young people, I start dealing with how long has marriage been around? And most all of us will agree it's been around since the beginning of time. How long has divorce been around? Oh, much shorter time. Most young people think that that dating's been around since the beginning of time, just like marriage, but in reality, it's only been around since the 50s, and only in America. And in the 50s, what was the divorce rate? It was near zero. Today, some 60, 70 years later, it's over 50%. How's the dating experiment going? Well, I'm convinced that part of what's happened is we bring in the expectations of dating into marriage. The expectation of, if it doesn't work out, I'll get another one. A relationship, that is, another spouse. The expectation that it's temporary instead of forever, like marriage is. And yet, all of you would agree with me. We want our marriages to last forever, don't we? And so that is one of the elements, the expectation that our experience has been dating temporary, whenever, into the forever. But the second thing is defining love. You've all heard this conversation, or perhaps you've even been in the conversation between a guy and a gal, boyfriend and girlfriend. She says, "I love you." He says, "Uh-huh." "Can't you say it?" "Say what?" "Those three words." Yeah, me too." "No, not those three words. I want to hear it from your lips. I want to hear you say, 'I love you.'" He goes, "Well, yeah, I love you." Now, when she says, "I love you," she says, "I lay my life down for you. The sun rises and sets on you. You're my whole world. I give my whole self to you." And he's saying, "Well, yeah, you turn me on." It's not the same love, is it? Love. We know that love is the one four-letter word we have to express the same verb. And when we talk about, I love pizza, I love my new hair dryer, I love that new song of my favorite artist, I love mom, I love my girlfriend. Yet we know that the verb is not the same in any of those sentences, is it? That four-letter word needs to be defined. It needs to be defined well so that we can use it well. The Greeks had 4 words for love. And so when you used the word that is a love in the context of the sentence you were stating, it was very clear as to what that love meant. The first one, and I have a handout that you can actually download here in the PDF. The first word for love that the Greeks used was eros. It's where we get the English word erotic. It actually means an attraction, a sexual attraction. I'm attracted to you. I love you. You turn me on, I will respond to you. You no longer turn me on, the love is no longer there. It's a conditional love. The condition exists, the love exists. The condition doesn't exist, the love is gone. We kind of express eros love in all types of situations in our culture in America today. We sell everything with eros. If you own this whatever, car, this sweater, this cologne, this album, this house, you'll have more sex appeal. You have more attractiveness. And so we look to think that marriage should be fireworks every day, and it's not. It is a good love in the right understanding. The second word for love that the Greeks had was another conditional love, and it's where we get the city of brotherly love, phileo. It means we have something in common. You have a big nose, I have a big nose. We love each other. We are in the same gang. We have the same hand sign, geographical location, color. We have this phileo, this love for each other because of that commonness. But if the commonness isn't there, we no longer have the love. The condition is gone. We no longer have phileo, that brotherly love for each other. The third one is another conditional love. It's storge. I call it toilet seat love. I know that's probably more information than you'd like to get, but bear with me. Storge is family love. We share a toilet with everyone in our family. That's why it's toilet seat love. We clean it up and we, freshen things up when visitors come, but it is not the same that we have for everybody. You could be ready to strangle your sister and someone comes along to hurt her and you stop them and say, why was I stopping you? I was thinking, go ahead, I was going to do the same. Storge, love. Blood is thicker than water. You love them because they are your family. It's another condition. The fourth word for love that the Greeks had was, it's the love that will keep a relationship together. Agape, or agapeo. It's an unconditional love. Remember those first three, eros, phileo, storge. The condition existing, the love is there. The condition is not there, the love is not there. But this love, agape, is literally unconditional love. It says, I choose to meet your need. You need a shirt, you can have mine. You need some money, you can have mine. You need a shoulder to cry on, you can have my shoulder. I choose to be there for you. This love is a love that says, I don't have to even like you, but I can choose to meet your need. Your needs are higher than my own. That is the love that will keep a relationship together forever. It is the love that my wife and I have had for each other for 42 years. We went into our marriage with that idea. You know what? There's going to be times where you wake up ugly and I wake up ugly. We don't feel like we have a lot in common. We don't feel like we have perhaps even family connection, but we choose to love each other. We choose to be there for each other. We choose to even sacrifice ourselves, not seeing what we're going to get back, but unreservedly saying, I give myself to you. Gals, you come by this love very naturally. It sets you up. It makes you prepared to be a mom, a caregiver. When that baby is crying in the middle of the night, you get up and you take care of it. You see, when we had children, we had 4. I have to confess, I would do what I would call selective sleep. My wife the next morning would say, didn't you hear the babies crying? I said, what crying? I selectively would stay asleep even though I heard it. I just was lazy. I couldn't get up and go take care of it. She got up and took care of it. You come by that agape love very naturally. Guys, the good news is we can learn it. And then both of us can choose it for each other. It will have the impact for a relationship to be able to last forever when we say, it doesn't matter what I get in return. I choose to meet your need. I choose to have your need be more important than my own. So that's what I want you to be encouraged with today. Use the word love the way it's really defined, the way the Greeks understood it. Don't just throw it around. Understand it. Get a hold of it. Share it. Give it unconditionally. Thanks for listening today.